Have you ever felt it? That strange, ghostly vibration in your pocket? You reach down expecting a message, a notification, maybe even a call from a friend, but you pull out your phone and nothing. The screen is dark, no new alerts. This phenomenon is so common it actually has a name: phantom vibration syndrome. It's a fascinating little glitch in our perception, a trick our brain plays on us. It shows just how deeply these small, glowing rectangles have woven themselves into the very fabric of our nervous system. Our brains have learned to anticipate a digital connection so intensely that they start inventing the signal. It's a powerful clue that something profound is happening inside our heads. This phantom buzz isn't just a random quirk, it's evidence of a new kind of relationship, a connection between human and machine that is, rewriting our neural pathways. Think about it. Your brain is a master of pattern recognition. It learns that a buzz or a ping means something is happening, something potentially rewarding. So it becomes hypervigilant, constantly on the lookout for that stimulus. It's like waiting for a pizza to be delivered. You start to hear every car that drives down the street thinking, is that it? Your brain is doing the exact same thing, but for digital information. So what is actually happening inside your skull when your phone buzzes for real? When that little red bubble appears over your favorite app? The answer can be summed up in one powerful word: dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger in your brain. It's often called the feel-good chemical, but that's a bit too simple. A better way to think of dopamine is as the I want more chemical. It's not just about pleasure, it's about motivation, it's about anticipation, it's about reward. It's the chemical that made our ancestors seek out food. It's the chemical that made them seek water. It's the chemical that made them seek social connection. It's the very engine of our desires. Every time you get a notification, like on a photo new follower message from a friend, your brain releases a tiny hit of dopamine. It's a little reward. Your brain says, hey, that was good, let's do that again. This creates something called a dopamine loop. You check your phone, you get a reward, your brain feels good. This reinforces the behavior, making you want to check your phone again and again and again. Now it's easy to paint the smartphone as a villain, a dopamine-dealing device turning us all into zombies. And while there are dangers, that's only half the story. The truth is, these incredible devices can also be powerful tools for our brains. They are an extension of our minds, a prosthetic for memory and cognition. Think about it. You no longer need to memorize phone numbers, directions to a new restaurant, or the capital of Kyrgyzstan. That information is instantly available. That frees up your brain's resources for creative thinking and problem solving. This offloading of cognitive tasks is a huge benefit. Our working memory juggles info for immediate use and it's limited. We can only hold about 7 pieces at a time. Your smartphone acts like an external hard drive for your brain. Storing mundane details on your device gives your mind space to breathe and connect ideas. That lets you focus on learning a new skill, or coming up with a brilliant idea instead of remembering a grocery list. When used intentionally, a smartphone can boost our brains in ways we're just beginning to understand. Of course, for every upside, there is a potential downside, and the downsides of our smartphone relationship can be significant. Perhaps the most obvious negative effect is on our attention. Our brains have 2 main types of attention: a spotlight that lets us focus deeply on one task and a surveillance system that scans the environment for threats or opportunities. Smartphones, with their constant stream of notifications and alerts, are training our brains to stay in that surveillance mode. We become masters of distraction, constantly shifting our focus from one thing to another, but we lose the ability for deep, sustained concentration. This state of continuous partial attention has serious consequences. It makes it harder to learn complex information, to think critically, and to be creative. Deep thinking requires uninterrupted stretches of time. Every time you are pulled away from a task by a notification, it takes, on average, over 20 minutes to regain your original level of focus. If you are getting alerts every few minutes, you may never reach a state of deep concentration at all. Your brain is constantly rebooting its focus. Let's look at some specific examples of how different smartphone activities engage our brains. Take social media. Scrolling through a feed on Instagram. Scrolling through a feed on TikTok. Each flick of the thumb is a gamble. The next video might be boring, or it might be the funniest thing you've seen all day. This unpredictability keeps the dopamine flowing and keeps you scrolling, often for much longer than you intended. Then there are mobile games. Many popular games, especially freemium ones, are designed to manipulate our brain's reward system. Daily rewards for logging in, countdown timers for new lives, loot boxes with randomized prizes. These are digital versions of classic conditioning techniques. texting, and messaging apps tap into our deep need for social connection. A conversation via text is a back-and-forth exchange of social rewards. You send a message and anticipate a reply. Those three little dots, someone is typing, anticipation spikes, a quick reply feels good, social acceptance. Being left on read with no reply can feel like social rejection. The brain processes it similarly to physical pain. Given that our phones are designed to be irresistible, how can we fight back? How can we enjoy the benefits without falling into the traps? The key is not to get rid of your phone, but to change your relationship with it. It's about taking conscious control and setting boundaries. One of the most powerful things you can do is to manage your notifications. Go into your settings and turn off all non-essential alerts. Do you really need to know the second someone likes your photo? Or that an app you haven't used in weeks has a special offer? Only allow notifications from actual humans you want to hear from. Another powerful technique is to create physical distance between you and your phone. When you need to focus on a task, put your phone in another room. The simple act of making it less accessible breaks the automatic habit of reaching for it. Create no-phone zones in your life, such as the dinner table or the bedroom. This helps your brain learn that there are times and places where the phone is simply not an option. Finally, practice mindfulness. When you do pick up your phone, do it with intention. Ask yourself, what am I using this for? You shift from being a passive recipient of digital stimuli to being the active director of your own attention. We've seen that the story of smartphones and our brains is not a simple one. It's not a tale of good versus evil. This device in your pocket is both a powerful tool for learning and connection. A masterfully engineered machine of distraction. It can extend your mind, but it can also fragment your attention. It can connect you to a global community, but it can also leave you feeling anxious and alone in a crowded room. The effects are not in the device itself, but in how we choose to use it. This technology is not going away, it will only become more integrated into our lives. If we don't understand how these technologies interact with our brain's reward and attention systems, we risk sleepwalking into a future where our focus and choices are not entirely our own. But knowledge is power. Understand the dopamine loop, and you can recognize it. Know the dangers of blue light, and you can protect your sleep. Understand how notifications hijack attention, and you can reclaim your focus. Next time you pick up your phone, pause for just a second. Ask yourself, why?